012. Big old long cause number for a tiny little county. All right, Mr. Graff is with us for the department. Casa is with us with Miss Talley. Mr. Nowak is with us representing the children. Miss Stevens is with us representing the mother, Miss Ratliff, who has joined us now by phone. Miss Seal is not with us. She represents an unknown father. Two
Miss
alleged.
Seal is right there, Your Honor.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Seal is here.
Morning, Judge.
I didn't remember letting you in. All right. That only leaves two alleged fathers, Mr. Cruz and Mr. Parker. They are not with us. And again, Miss Seal represents an unknown father. Okay, that's everyone. I have a ton of people in the waiting room. A lot of them I can associate with our later hearings today. Who are you looking for, Mr. Graff?
Mr. Otley.
Okay.
Anton Otley.
Got him.
Great.
Let me see my other people today, see if I can't narrow this down. I have a Brittany Laverty, Treason Pearson. Let me see who else is in my cases today. Brittany Laverty's for a mother in a later case. I have Melinda Charlton and Randall Charlton. I think they're in another case.
Guys, today we're diving straight into a chaotic courtroom opening where names fly, confusion brews, and tension fills the air.
No, I don't know.
Judge, the Melinda Charlton, I was just appointed yesterday afternoon, and I believe that's a 10:30 adversary.
Okay. Yeah, okay, you're right. So I imagine Randall Charlton, he is the father in that same case. So other than the Melinda Halford, Treason Pearson, I think everybody else is with other cases. If we don't need them in this hearing, we'll go ahead and get started.
We don't need them, Judge, but because I was just appointed yesterday, once I finish this hearing, if I could have a breakout room with Melinda, that would be wonderful.
Sure. And if you need a continuance, obviously we'll give you one.
Thank you so much, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Graff, you may call your witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Otley, please.
Okay. Mr. Otley, if you'd please raise your right hand. You swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Graff.
Good morning, Mr. Otley.
Good morning.
You're the current caseworker assigned to the Monty Hunt case. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and at this point, have we determined whether there's any prior court actions involving this child, such as a prior removal?
No.
Okay. And I understand that we have two alleged fathers in this case. Are there any other parties that need to be served?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. And Monty is currently placed with a relative. Is that correct?
No, he's in a foster home in Lubbock with Patricia Linares and her husband.
Okay. And have the family identified any potential fictive kin or relatives that would be available for placement?
She wants Johnny Parker if he's determined the father through the paternity test.
Okay, and I understand he had a test scheduled this last week. Is that right?
Yes, he did his on the 26th, and Monty's was the 29th.
Okay, so we're just waiting on those results then, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. And has a service plan been created?
Yes.
Okay, and was that done in collaboration with the mother and the alleged fathers?
Yes.
Okay, and did you have an opportunity to go over that with the parents, and did they sign?
I haven't had a chance to go over with Johnny because he's like a truck driver, always on the road.
Mm-hmm.
But I did. Mom has signed.
Okay, great. And those have been filed with the court. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Have you been able to make referrals then for any of the services that the mother has agreed to do?
Yes.
Okay. And the services that mother agreed to, are you asking that those be made orders of the court?
Yes.
Okay, great. How's Monty doing?
He's doing very well. He's growing. He eats like every 3 hours. He loves to eat. So yeah, he's like 3 or 4 ounces every 3 hours. Sleeping well. Developmentally, he's on target. So everything's good with him so far.
Okay. And as far as Mr. Parker, he's been identified as a fictive relationship and preferred placement, but he's kind of wants to see what the paternity testing shows before he commits to anything. Is that what I understand from your court report?
Not letting you take that baby.
Ma'am, don't interrupt or I'll mute you or take you out of the hearing.
Hard.
Go ahead, Mr. Graff.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is Mr. Parker essentially waiting to see what the results of the paternity testing are before he commits to anything?
Yes, sir.
Okay. At this point in time, would you say that Monty's been placed in a home that is meeting his needs and is in his best interest?
Yes.
Okay. Who's the child's medical consenter?
Patricia and Salvador is the backup.
The placement. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's not on any kind of psychotropic meds, correct?
No.
Okay. And he's not in school at this point in time. He's still.
Oh, yeah, he's like 2 months old. So.
Yeah. Okay. What reasonable efforts have been made to either return the child home or to place with a relative or kinship placement?
Can you repeat that question for me again?
Yeah, what reasonable efforts has St. Francis made to either return Monty home or to place him with a relative or a kinship placement?
We sent out referrals to the different services for Nikki to do. We're paying for those services. We're also like any fictive kin she mentions, we'll have a home study done for those as well.
Okay. And at this time, should the state maintain the temporary managing conservatorship for Monty?
Yes.
Okay, and why is that?
Mom just started her services. I think she started counseling yesterday.
Pick the fuck up.
Go on, Mr. Graff.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the witness there was a little noise from the phone.
I guess it's coming from Miss Ratliff. It doesn't sound like a female voice to me. I don't know if somebody. Miss Ratliff, is there someone there with you?
Yes, my boyfriend,
Who's your boyfriend?
Alex Hunt.
Well, tell Mr. Hunt to be quiet or else I'm going to remove you from your own hearing.
I called him.
Mr. Graff, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay, so Mr. Otley, you were saying that mom is just beginning her services.
Yes.
Okay, so it would be premature to place the child back in the home at this time, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and is the family plan of service that mom agreed to and that you've identified for Mr. Parker in Monty's best interest at this point in time?
Yes.
Now, we talked about Mr. Parker. The other alleged father identified was Mr. Cruz. Can you tell the court what the status is, what contact you've had with him, and whether or not a family plan of service has been created for him?
I haven't had any contact with him. I was waiting, no family plan. I was waiting for the results of Mr. Parker's. Then I will talk to you said his last name was Cruz?
Yeah, Maclovio Cruz.
Yeah, if Mr. Parker's not the father, I would contact Mr. Cruz.
Okay. Any additional orders requested at this time?
No.
Okay, thank you. Pass the witness.
Mr. Outley, do you need drug tests from anyone today?
Yes, I think if she has I don't know if she has to work today, but Nikki, I need to require UA from her.
Has she done a hair strand yet?
I don't believe. I know they did when like the baby was first removed, and that was like July, I think. So yeah.
So yes, she has done a hair strand, or no, she has not.
Yes, she has, and she did one in July when the baby was first removed.
Okay. You don't have to tell me what the results were, but did the results cause you concerns?
No, they were like most were negative except like one little thing. It was like she told me she, I guess, bought some from a convenience store and it had like a little THC in it.
Right.
That's the only thing that tested out that came out positive.
Right. Where does mom live?
She lives in Clarendon, Texas.
All right. Y'all be thinking about where's the closest testing site. So
That would be Pampa.
okay. All right, Ms. Stevens, questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Seal, questions?
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Nowak.
Thank you so much, Judge. Antar, I cannot imagine the number of phone calls you get in any given day. But would you do me a favor when you're free today? Can you send me an email with placements information?
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Judge, that's all I have.
I think I sent it to your assistant yesterday.
Let me check with him, but if you can shoot me that email, I sure would appreciate it.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you, sir.
Uh-huh.
All right, then, Mr. Graff, do you have any other witnesses?
No additional witnesses, Your Honor. State rests.
All right, thank you. Ms. Stevens, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Seal.
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Nowak.
No questions, Judge.
All right.
The courtroom grows tense as the judge orders a drug test, and the mother delivers her wild excuse about THC from a store drink.
Okay, Mr. Nowak, recommendations?
I think it's in the child's best interest to maintain TMC and to continue placement, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Ratliff, do you have transportation?
Yes.
Can you get to Pampa today to do a drug screen?
No.
Can you get that? Well, I'm going to order you to be there by tomorrow, so.
All right.
All right, then. And Ms. Ratliff, I'll go ahead just to let you know, if you don't drug screen, take a UA drug screen by 4 p.m. tomorrow, I'm going to order that your visitation be suspended until you do so. So just let you know what's going to happen if you don't go. Okay, I will
Yes,
continue
sir.
department as temporary managing conservator. I'll continue Monty's current placement. I'll order Ms. Ratliff to UA drug screen by 4 p.m. tomorrow in Pampa at, what's it called in Pampa? Anybody?
I think it's called Prestige or something like that.
Prestige. Yeah, Prestige. Okay, I'll set our next hearing, an initial permanency hearing for February 4th, 2026. That will be by Zoom, just like today's hearing, so parties can either ask their lawyers or anyone can go on the court's online docket, excuse me, a day or two before February 4th to see exactly what time of day we'll have that hearing. Mr. Graff, do you know, have these two alleged fathers, have they both been served?
That's a great question, Judge. I don't have the answer off the top of my head. I thought, and I could be wrong, I thought Mr. Cruz may have appeared at the first hearing.
Let me look.
But I
Well,
may be.
I didn't even show him as a party at our first. Well, I don't. No, that's not true. I wrote him in, but I don't show that he appeared. Well, we started with Mr. I'm sorry, what?
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
Mr. Parker did appear, and I haven't been able to serve Mr. Cruz because I don't have any locating information.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Cruz.
And we've already got Mr. Parker's test. We're just waiting for the results, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So, Ms. Seal, let me ask you, you were appointed to represent an unknown father. If Mr. Parker or Mr. Cruz ends up being the biological father, do you have any problem staying on to represent whoever the actual father is?
No, Your Honor, I'd be happy to do so.
Okay, great. I appreciate that. Okay, that will conclude this hearing. I will be back at 9:30 to call a Carson County placement review after final order hearing on the Harmon child. So we will be in recess. We'll see some of you later today. Otherwise, y'all have a good rest of your week.
Thank you, Judge. Is Melinda Charlton still in the waiting room?
She is. I will bring her in and tell her that we're putting you in a waiting room. You haven't talked to her yet, Ben?
No, sir. No, sir.
Let me get her in. This is a permanency review after final order involving Gabriel Harmon, the child. Mr. Graff is with us for the department. Costa is with us with Ms. Lemus. Ms. Kincaid is with us representing the child. Ms. Stevens is with us representing the mother, Ms. Mariner, who is with us, and Mr. Michelson is with us representing the father, Mr. Harmon, who is with us. That is all the parties. Mr. Graff, who are you looking for as far as witness?
Tim Koval, I
Okay.
believe, is the social worker I'm looking for.
All right, I'll get him in. All right, Mr. Koval has joined us. So, Mr. Graff, you may proceed.
Okay, if we can ask Mr. Koval to give us an update and recommendations as to how Gabe is doing and what St. Francis recommendations are at this time.
All right, Mr. Koval, if you'd unmute, let me swear you in. Thank you, sir. Do you swear the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, thank you, Mr. Graff. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, Mr. Koval. You're the currently assigned caseworker in the Gabe Harmon case, is that right?
Good morning, and yes, that's correct.
Okay, and I think you've been on it as long as I've had this case. How long have you been assigned?
I believe since around 2022 or early 2023. Been a while.
Yeah. And how old is Gabe and how is he doing?
Gabe is 14, and Gabe is doing great. He is off to a really, really solid start at Borger High School, working in the Odyssey program there. So he's in one classroom with one dedicated teacher. He does have one physical class that he goes to, which is an intro to engineering class. On his report card, he got an 83 in that. And then the rest of his classes are sort of self-paced in the classroom with his teacher, and there have been absolutely no issues. He's doing great.
Sounds like the transition home to into his dad's care is going well.
It's gone really well. There's a lot of people to thank for this in the local community. Borger High School really stepped up to have advanced planning meetings and to make sure that they were prepared for him. And, Dad Kenrick has done very, very well to create a more structured environment than Gabe had in the past. And so that has helped greatly just to give him some stability and comfort of being near family. And other local community partners, such as the Hutchinson County Welfare Board, has stepped up when financial needs have arisen. CASA has a great worker, Melissa Lemus, who has stepped in to help with things as needed as well. So it's been a great time the last 6 months or so of just everyone stepping up to make sure that this was going to be a positive and successful reunification.
And I understand that Mr. Harmon actually made some adjustments to his work situation to also accommodate and be there for his son.
That is correct. He did change his role at his job, which has some sacrifices when you take a lower role. Some of those are financial, but it was in the interest of his family. So very proud of him.
So does Gabe need any additional services at this point in time?
I believe that Gabe is well positioned to succeed with the services that he has at this time. He does have access to a counselor at school if he needs counseling. We're not doing any outside counseling, but the school counselor is ready and available and able to help him as needed. I think we're on a good track with everything.
Okay, and then what about Mr. Harmon? Does he need any additional supports other than what are already in place for him?
Mr. Harmon, I think has learned to be a little forward thinking with his living arrangements, financial situation, housing, and that sort of thing. And he's got some resources that can help him as he moves forward to make sure that he's got a stable living situation and that he can reach out if he needs to. So I think that Mr. Harmon, he gets it. He knows what he needs to do to be successful and to keep his family together, and his priorities have been where they need to be.
Great. Is Gabe on any psychotropic meds at this point in time?
He is on some medications. There are a lot fewer medications than they were at the outset of this case. It was like a page long at the outset of the case. I couldn't even wake him up on the first time I visited him because he was a zombie. But over time, we've worked to whittle those down. And in fact, it's not on the court report, but just this week, Dr. Tawa recommended weaning him off of the Risperidone. Because Dr. Tawa believes that the aripiprazole is doing the lion's share of the work that's necessary. So that means he's just down to a couple of medications, and he has no problems with staying awake and alert at school. It's just been a real positive change.
Great. And as far as, I mean, if the case were to be dismissed, his medical needs will continue to be met by his father?
Yes.
Great. Okay. So what is your recommendation at this point in time, Mr. Koval?
The recommendation is to continue the placement with his dad and to dismiss the department in St. Francis from the case.
Okay. Thank you. Pass the witness.
All right, Ms. Stevens.
No questions, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Michelson.
No questions, Your Honor.
Ms. Kincaid.
Just briefly, Your Honor, is Gabe still getting visits with his mother?
The judge finalizes temporary orders and prepares to move on. You can sense how quickly the energy changes. One family's fate is decided, and within seconds, the court transitions to the next.
He's having phone visits, Ms. Kincaid, and I have definitely encouraged Mom to stay on top of those. There was kind of a lapse during the summer that I was not happy to see, but they did have a phone conversation recently, and she knows that she can contact Kenrick, and Kenrick will set up a visit anytime with Gabe, and Kenrick has her number as well. And so I certainly encourage them to continue doing that, because Gabe will be at his healthiest if he's got both parents involved in his life.
Right. So you've explained to Miss Mariner that, you know, consistency and all of that is really important to Gabe. And we had a conference about it, actually. And so you think she understands that and they can work together to make sure she's contacting him regularly?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Thank you. I'll pass witness.
All right. Anyone have further questions for Mr. Koval? All right, then, Mr. Graff, did you have any other witnesses?
No further witnesses, Your Honor. Thank you. The state rests.
All right. Ms. Stevens, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Michelson.
No witnesses, Your Honor.
Ms. Kincaid.
No witnesses, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Harmon, if you'd unmute.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Harmon, is this what you'd like to do also, is dismiss the department out?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I feel he is needed.
All right. You know that if something happens in the future, you can always come back and you can ask for additional help, and we'll be happy to give it to you.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on what you've done. I've heard you made a lot of sacrifices to make this work, as well as everyone else. And it's nice to see one end up like this that started so poorly. So congratulations to you, especially, and to everyone involved that's helped. Ms. Lemus, anything you want to add for CASA?
Nothing too much further, Your Honor. It's really been an honor to work with Kenrick and Gabe and Miss Mariner in this case. And I've been on it since the beginning, and Gabe's, you know, there's ups and downs, and he has absolutely been thriving and is very ecstatic to be home. And I'm just very proud of the effort that Kenrick has made to work with Gabe. Like Mr. Koval said, there's been some sacrifices, but it really has been an honor to help him, because at the end of the day, it really has been what's best for Gabe is to be with his father. And I'm just very proud of and happy for both of them. And Kendrick has my phone number, if he, anything ever is needed. And on behalf of our program, we're just very, very happy to see where things have landed, and are excited for the future that he has. And I think Kendrick has some very, very great plans on how to move his family forward as of today.
Great. Well, thank you for all you and CASA have done. Okay, then I will grant the department's motion to dismiss the case. The case will be dismissed when I'm presented in order. Since we have a final resolution, there'll be no further hearing set. Mr. Harmon, Ms. Mariner, I'm sure you will both be happy not to have to see me anymore. And I say that, and I say that in a good way. I don't mind telling people I'm happy you don't want to see me anymore. So congratulations again to what everybody's done. This is a happy outcome. So, okay, we will be in recess. I'll be back at 10 o'clock to call a Gray County status hearing involving the Halsey child. So otherwise, we will be in recess. Everybody have a good rest of your week and have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Judge. Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Congratulations.
This is a status hearing involving the Halsey child. Miss Halsey, you're there by yourself, or is Brantley Halsey with you?
I'm by myself. Brantley's in a foster home right now.
Judge, we don't know who the father is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had a father down as a Brantley Halsey, so let me change that in my records. So we have have you pled it as just an unknown father, Mr. Riley?
We have at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, let me change that real quick. Okay, so Miss Halsey's with us. That's all the parties. Who are you looking for as a witness, Mr. Riley?
Crystal Potts, Your Honor.
Okay, get her in.
Miss Potts, you're a St. Francis Ministries permanency specialist.
Yes, sir.
In that capacity, you're familiar with Brantley Halsey, the child subject to this suit.
Yes, sir.
And Brantley's currently placed where?
He is in Lubbock in a foster home.
That placement meeting all of his needs at this time?
Absolutely. They're fantastic.
Are they making sure that he attends all of his required medical appointments?
Yes, sir.
Any special issues or special needs for Brantley that we need to bring to the court's attention today?
I actually spoke to the foster mom this morning, and she told me that okay, so first of all, we got his circumcision completed. All of that went well. That was one of her requests that didn't get to happen at the hospital, so they took care of that. ECI came out, and they will be back again on October 29th. He is appearing to be a little bit behind. He is not tracking people's faces or objects. And so they are going to start working with him weekly. He is still also having very random waking times for his age. It's not like a routine of any kind. I mean, he'll just decide to wake up sometimes. And so that's also been a little bit of a concern. We did have to switch him to soy formula. He was having a lot of allergy issues and just, spitting up all his formulas. So we got that taken care of. And since then, he's been gaining weight appropriately, and he's meeting those targets.
And you started your conversation with the foster parent saying that they're doing everything that they're supposed to, and you are comfortable that they're meeting all of Brantley's needs at this time?
Yes, sir.
Child's mother is Odessa Halsey.
Correct.
And have you had an opportunity to sit down with her and develop a service plan?
Yes, I have.
And was that in an in-person type of arrangement so that you and she were in the same room together?
We've done both. We've done it, we've done by phone, we've done video, and I've seen her in person to work on all of that.
And did Ms. Halsey express that she understood the services that you wanted to put in your service plan?
Yes, sir.
And did she acknowledge that she needed to work those services and understood what those services meant for her to be working?
Yes, sir.
Did you provide a hard copy for her to sign?
Yes, we did.
Did she sign it?
Yes.
And is that signed hard or signed service plan on file with the court?
I know that our DocuSign one is on there. I don't know that I have been back to Pampa to get the other one from her.
That's enough. If you've got one that's signed by her,
Yes.
even through DocuSign, that's good. Has Ms. Halsey begun trying to schedule and work any of those services at this time?
Yes, sir. She has started her parenting classes. She's doing the one that's the 4-hour class. She has been trying to get a hold of the therapy group and Treely for the domestic violence support. I know that she talked to Miss Kincaid about it, that she's been calling and she can't get a call back from anyone. And I believe Miss Kincaid and I both told her, you're going to have to just go up there. Just, kind of bug them a little bit until you can get in and get those services taken care of. And so that one was her domestic violence support and her therapy, but she has been reaching out to them. She just hasn't been able to schedule. She can't get them to call her back. She did also get a home of her own. It's a little 1-bedroom place, super cute. Her brother is helping her pay for that at this time. And she is also diligently searching for jobs. She's got, I think I counted today that she has 10 applications in different places. So she really is working hard.
In the meantime, do you feel like it would continue to be unsafe to return Brantley to her care at this time?
That's a hard one. I think she's done excellent. Her tests are negative. She's done everything that I've asked. She shows up to her visits. She's very caring. And Foster and her do very well. They send me messages between, I'm kind of the little middle person, and she'll ask if there's anything she can provide for him, anything she can take to her visits. Foster family sends pictures, and updates and stuff. I really believe Odessa is going to be successful, but I do think she needs these therapy services before Brantley could go back.
And you agree that it would be contrary to Brantley's general welfare then to return Brantley to Miss Halsey today?
Yes, I do.
Are you asking the court to continue the department as temporary managing conservator then?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ms. Potts. I'll pass the witness, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Kincaid, any questions?
No questions, Your Honor. I believe that Odessa is making progress, so hopefully this is a good one for us.
Sounds good too. Sounds like things are going well. Mr. Harris represents the child. He could not be here today. He has sent me an email. He says current placement is safe and appropriate and should be continued. The department should be continued as temporary managing conservator. Mother Odessa Halsey her service plan should be made a court order today. So that was his recommendation.
Judge, if you would allow me, I would ask Ms. Potts just a couple more questions that I meant to ask. I forgot.
Okay.
Ms. Potts, have you talked with Ms. Halsey about who the father to Brantley is?
I have. She is not naming a father. There was significant domestic violence in this case. And I believe, from my understanding, that is why she left Kansas and came to Texas with her brother. So I do not know who the father is.
But you've asked, we've attempted to find, at this point in time, she has not provided us any names.
That's correct.
Right, thank you. Now I'll pass it. Sure.
All right. Anyone else? All right. Okay, then. Casa. Ashley, you have anything to add?
Nothing, Your Honor. We're in agreement with all parties.
Okay, thank you. All right. Ms. Halsey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm not going to do anything today, but I'm just going to tell you at some point I'm going to have to force your hand to tell us who the father is. We have to do that before we can have a final hearing. So I guess the best way to put it to you, we don't have to disclose to him where you're at or anything else, but we have to make an attempt to find him. So you're not going to be able to have a final hearing, and you're probably not going to be able to get your child back until you let us know who you think the father is. So you can discuss that with Ms. Kincaid. I won't force your hand on it today, but Ms. Kincaid can explain to you what contempt of court is, and I don't really want to have to use that. So
Okay.
Okay, I understand your concerns, especially if there's been domestic violence. We'll do everything possible to protect you from that, but we have to, legally, we can't go forward without trying to contact the biological father. So just wanted to let you know that.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right, then I will continue the department's temporary managing conservator. I'll continue Brantley's current placement. I'll order the services for Ms. Halsey as contained in her service plan. Ms. Halsey, it sounds like you're off to a great start, and we really appreciate that. So just keep up the good work.
A father who once faced loss and struggle now earns redemption, proving he'll do anything to care for his son.
Okay, our next hearing will be the initial permanency hearing. That will be on February 4th, 2026. That will be by Zoom, just like today's hearing. So Ms. Halsey, you can, a day or two before February 4th, you can either ask Ms. Kincaid, St. Francis, or anyone can go on the court's online docket to see exactly what time a day we'll have that hearing on February 4th.
All right, sounds perfect.
All right, thank you. We will be in recess on this case. I will be back at 10:30 to call another Gray County case. That's an adversary hearing involving the Charlton and Miller children. So everybody have a good week and have a good weekend. This is an adversary hearing involving the Charlton and Miller children. Mr. Alvey's with us for the department. Ms. Talley's with us for CASA. Ms. Grant is with us representing the children. An alleged father to Randy Charlton, Randall Charlton, is with us. And Ms. Charlton, the mother, is with us along with her attorney, Mr. Nowak. I have Creason Pearson and Brandon Hernandez in the waiting room.
Judge, if you would bring both of them in, Brandon would be the investigator who's been involved in this case. Mr. Pearson is the St. Francis Ministries, who's permanency specialist, who will be taking over the case.
All right. Okay, before we get started, Mr. Nowak was in one of my other hearings this morning. Mr. Nowak was just very recently appointed and may or may not have had time to prepare for the hearing today. I told him we would take that up before we do anything else. Mr. Nowak, did you need a continuance?
I don't think so, Judge. Melinda, you and I talked earlier. And are we still good on what we talked about? Excellent, excellent. And Todd, I sent Mr. Alvey a text earlier, but you were in a hearing, Todd. You probably didn't get it. But Mom is going to agree to work services, Judge.
All right. Mr. Charlton, Randall Charlton, if you would unmute. If you're on a phone, you can hit *6. That should unmute you.
Hello?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Yes, sir. Mr. Charlton, I need to go over a couple of things with you. The pleadings that I read, they have pledged you into this case as what's called an alleged father to the child Randy Charlton. What that tells me is that you were not married to Miss Charlton when that child was born. Is that correct? Hello? We've lost him. Well, he's still on, his name's still on the screen, but it shows he's not muted, but I can't, he's not responding.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hear you? Can you hear me?
I can, yes. All right, all right, let me start over again. They have pledged you in this case as what's called an alleged father, which tells me, or what they're telling me, is that when Randy, the child, Randy Charlton, was born, you were not married to Miss Charlton. Is that true or untrue?
True.
Okay, you were not
I did
married.
sign a birth certificate and all that,
Okay,
yes.
that doesn't count though. Were you at the hospital when the child was born?
Yes.
All right. Do you recall any of the hospital staff giving you some papers to sign, which were called an acknowledgement of paternity, whereby you said, I acknowledge that I'm the biological father?
Yes.
You think you signed that?
Yes, I did.
Do you have a copy of that?
No, but I could get it.
Okay. All right. So why don't you look for that and try to get it to the department? If you signed that, then I can go ahead. I can find legally that you are the biological father, but I want to go ahead and just advise you, if you can't find that, and if the department can't find it, you do have the right, the absolute right, to ask that I order paternity testing to prove that you either are the father or you are not the father. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
If you can't find that acknowledgement of paternity, do you want to ask for paternity testing to be sure?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just order that. Mr. Albee, if you happen to find that, we can talk about it at a later date. But okay. Other than that, what they're saying today, what Ms. Charlton has agreed to do is work services that what will happen is the department's going to come up with some things they want her to do, and they'll put it in writing. And then we'll come back to discuss what services she may be ordered to do. You don't have to do anything if you don't want until we get the paternity testing done. But what she's agreed to today is all of these children will remain in the custody of the department until she starts working her services. And as far as you're concerned, they'll stay, at least your child, Randy, if it is your child, will stay in the department's care until we can verify that you are the biological father. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know, Mr. Albee, your witness may can tell us. I don't know if these two, if the mother and potential Mr. Charlton, if they're getting any kind of visitation or.
I'm sure, Your Honor, that they're getting an hour per week as per policy. We'll allow Mr. Charlton to do that virtually at this time, just because of the distances. So,
okay. Mr. Charlton, where do you live?
Warren, Ohio.
Okay. And somebody will be in touch with you if you want to have visits with Randy, even while we're waiting to see if you're the father, since Randy's so young. They'll set it up virtually where you can do it probably by Zoom or at least by phone, just like we're doing today. So does St. Francis have your contact information?
Yes.
Okay. They'll get with you, and if it's not already happening, they'll get some visitation set up for you.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right, then. Now, once we do the paternity testing, I'll just go ahead and tell you now, if it comes back and shows you absolutely are the biological father, then you have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, you have the right to ask that I consider whether or not you're entitled to a court-appointed attorney at no cost to you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You can, if you're the biological father, you can get that paperwork to fill out from St. Francis or from the department, or you could call my office if you need to. And then you have.
Your Honor, we were married before little Randy was brought about. I just sat here and checked my phone.
All right. Miss Charlton, if you can hear me, is that correct?
Yes,
y'all married when Randy Charlton was born?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That settles that. Mr. Albee, you can just, the department can amend their petition to show that he is in fact the biological father. So
we'll do that, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, then, Mr. Charlton, have you been given that paperwork for an attorney?
Not yet, no.
Okay, you can get with whoever you're dealing with St. Francis and get it from them, or you can if you want to. Do you have access to, can you receive emails?
Yes.
Let me, just in case you need to call my office, if you get something to write on, I'm going to give you my office number.
Hang on, I have to
run
over ahead. My car real quick.
Sure, I'll wait on you.
Pen and a piece of paper. I got a phone. All right, I got this. Okay. I'll text it to you. What is it? Go ahead.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, my office number is area code 806-468-5686. If you can't come up with that paperwork for an attorney any other way, just call, and Brittany Forbes is my coordinator. She'll be the one that answers the phone, and she can figure out how to get it to you.
All right, thank you.
Okay, and then be sure you give us a good phone number, a good email address, good physical address. If you qualify for an attorney, that's how we'll notify you who your lawyer is, and then you'll need to contact that lawyer. Okay?
All right.
Okay,
Yes,
our next hearing is going to be what's called a status hearing. That's going to be on November 14th, 2025. That's where we'll talk about any services the department may want both of you parents to work. And then if by then, if you qualify, Mr. Charlton, you'll have a lawyer. If not, it's important you show up so that we can discuss your services. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Anybody, you can ask your lawyers, or anybody can go on my courts online docket a day or two before November 14th to see exactly what time we'll have that hearing. Okay. That's basically, let me just put it on the record. Mr. Nowak, your clients agreed that the department will continue conservatorship. The children will remain in their current placements, and she will begin to work services.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Mr. Charlton, we've talked about you. You're in agreement that we'll do this paternity testing, and then we'll go forward from there. Okay. I do, for my records, I need to know where these kiddos are placed, what kind of facility and what city or at least county.
I live in Warren, Ohio.
No, I know where you do. I'm talking about the kiddos. I'm talking about the kiddos.
Oh, okay. Oh, my bad.
Judge, the children are placed in a group home in Houston, the Miller kids, and then Randall is placed in a foster home in Midland, Texas.
Okay. Randall meaning, is it Randy? The child Randy?
Yes, yes, Randy Charlton.
You said that.
Here with me.
Excuse me,
Oh,
foster home. Foster home where?
Midland, Texas.
Midland. And the rest are in a foster. Excuse me, Mr. Charlton, if you could be quiet for just a second. And then all the Miller children you said are in a group home in Houston?
Houston, Texas. They're in a group home in Houston, Texas, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's all I needed for today. I will approve that agreement. I will continue the department as temporary managing conservator. I'll continue all of the children's current placements. And then as I said, I've set the next hearing for November 14th. So, okay, I appreciate. Yeah.
Judge Graham, I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm kind of confused. You asked me to amend the petition to show him as a presumed father. Do you want me to do that and do an order for genetic testing?
No, I was talking about genetic testing, but since now that he says they were married, then you just ignore all that and would just amend your pleadings to show he's presumed.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything.
I think I misspoke, Leslie. That was my bad.
Oh, it's okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you all for working that out. So we'll be in recess. Everybody have a good rest of your week and have a good weekend.
The judge presses a mother to reveal her child's father, balancing empathy with the law. Then, out of nowhere, another father appears, and a shocking twist reveals they were actually married all along. The courtroom turns silent as everyone scrambles to make sense of it. This finale shows how fast everything can flip when truth finally comes out. All right, guys, if you found this case as gripping and eye-opening as we did, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.